Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I did a flip through of this book on Friday, I think it was. We're now Monday. I can't wait any longer. Now I know a lot of you haven't got it yet. It's due to be released on the 30th, I do believe, so another 10 days time. And I got mine from the works. I ordered it online. My lovely friend Kay notified me on Instagram that they were available to buy on the works if you're in the UK on early release, so I got it. So I thought we'd do a page together. Now I don't know why of all the beautiful pages that's in this book, but this one jumped out at me. The desert scene sat on top of these books. Who knows, it just happened. So what I want to do is work with Polychromos today, the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. I'm not going to use at the moment any other medium. I think because this paper is so lovely, I know it's single-sided and we could use alcohol markers, but I've planned it anyway and I think it'll work quite well. So shall we just jump straight into it? I'm going to start with the background, and I want this going from a really lovely orangey yellow scene in the background, so it will set the tone for the rest of our colours. So let's come in. So what I'm going to do is start with the actual sun itself, and I'm going to go from dark cadmium orange to cadmium yellow at the top. It'll look cool, trust me folks. Okay, so let's go in with our dark cadmium orange. And we'll start filling this in. Now this paper in this book is divine, and the Polychromos really seem to love it. So let's take advantage of that. So I'm just going to go in lightly to start with, and I'm going to fill in that little section because there's birds in there. Okay, then we're going to take our dark chrome yellow. It's an absolutely gorgeous book. If you haven't seen it, pop over and have a look at my flip through of it. I don't think I spend too long rambling about it. I know there are others out there. But yeah, go and have a look. It's so pretty. So many gorgeous pages. I know that looks dreadful. We will blend in a minute. And then we've got cadmium yellow, which we will put at the top of this gorgeous sun. And I'm going to go over those leaves, like that. Now let's go back in and do some deepening up and blending. So back to our first colour, dark cadmium orange. And then we'll bring that up softly into that dark chrome yellow. I haven't used my Polychromos for a while, and I do love them. You just forget how beautiful they are. I've been using my Artex pencils, and I do really love them. But I just was drawn to the Polychromos because of the colour, the colours that they offer. I love their greens in this case. And so yeah, so right, okay, so I'm stop waffling. So I'm going back over now with my dark chrome yellow. I'm going to bring that up. And can you see, with a little gentle persuasion, those two colours have blended beautifully. And then I'm going over that cadmium yellow as well. That will brighten that up, but give it that orangey hue that I wanted. Okay, that was the easy part. Now we've got to fill in the sunset around the page. So I'm just going to take my time with this. So we're going to do, and I'll do the one half of the page with you and then go off and do the other off camera. So I'm going to take my dark cadmium orange, and I'm going to bring that down, and I'm not going to worry about the lines, although they're there. I'm not going to worry about them. I'm going to concentrate more on where we've put the sun. the colours on the sun rather. So I'm going to bring this down, and I'm just going to do it lightly, so it is going to look scruffy to start with. I think, I've said it before on my channel, but I do think a page will go through a really sort of scruffy, ugly stage until it's, until you've done all your blending and your layering. So I'm going to bring that up. Don't want it too linear, so just going to sort of stop behind that little planet or star or whatever it is, because I want it to go around here. Can you see? Yeah, I'll have to remember to keep moving the page up so you can see what I'm doing. So just nice and lightly, let's just get the colours in, and then we can decide where the blend needs to go. Okay. So I've sharpened all my pencils ready to go, and I'm now getting like a nice soft edge on it, which will take away any of those harsh lines. Okay, we'll put a little bit down here. Okay, and then we're going to swap to our dark chrome yellow, which is an absolutely stunning colour, and we're going to follow that sun in through those palm trees. I'm actually not sure that I'm even going to put any colour on the leaves of the palm trees, because I like the sort of silhouette effect of them. Anyway, I'm crossing back over that dark cadmium orange, where we put that. I might bring it out a little further there. Let's come up here. So it is going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. Move the page up. Okay, I'm going to come right up here. Oops. And I am going to just, can you see? I don't know if you can see that. I've got a worn edge on my pencil. So I'm going to use that, make sure I keep that edge, because then we won't get any harsh lines from a sharp point. So I'm just gently going over. Try and get up to that edge. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, the edge of the page. Okay, now I'm going to go lightly over here. This will be that orange colour, but I like the undertone of this dark chrome yellow underneath it, because it is very bright. Okay. Like I say, you are going to have to bear with me, because it is going to go through that really horrible scruffy stage, but it will come together, I promise. I'm going to go back to our dark cadmium orange, and I'm just going to straighten that line out so that we get more of a blend there, tone between the two colours. Okay? And then just before we move on and go back over it all, we're going to put in this cadmium yellow. It is really bright, so I'm not going to add too much of that. I just want a little section at the top. Like this. It gives us that really gorgeous glow. Just using my edge of the pencil on the edge of the page. Alright, let's go back in. Okay. So now we can start focusing on filling that in. Let that dark cadmium fade out towards that where we're going to put the dark chrome yellow. I hope I'm explaining this okay, folks. So don't be hard with your pencil, just let it do the work for you, and then you can build up the colour. Coming out further with this. Okay. I'm going to have to go over it a few times. But already it's blending, because polychromos are magic, especially on this paper. This paper is, I do believe it's the same publisher as Kirby. I'm just going to take out my mistakes. Yeah, I do believe it's the same publisher as Kirby, so the paper is just beautiful. Just taking my dressing gown off, got all hot. So yeah, this page just sort of jumped out at me, and I could see its colours, and although it's probably one of the simpler pages in my opinion in here, it just screamed colour me. I could see the colours and I just really wanted to get going on it. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's bring you down with me. So I'm just filling in this bit around the cactus. Gently through here. So this is why I'll just do one side with you, because we would be here for a very long time. But it's getting there. So question for you folks. Have you seen the new Kirby book? Can you please tell me in the comments what you think? I'm not going to say anything. I want to know what you guys think. I'm just going to take that bit of grass out. Tell me what your honest opinion is. What do you think? Oh, gosh, that's noisy. I do apologise. Yeah, tell me what you think. I have got it. I brought it from the works when I got this book. I just want to know what your thoughts and feelings are on it. Okay, we're getting there now. Okay, got a bit here now. Now I'm just going to go over that actually. Yeah, I'm not going to say what my opinion is, I just want you to tell me what you think. Right, really lightly we're coming up there. Okay, we're going to go back to our dark chrome yellow. And I'm going to backtrack. We're going to go over that dark chromium orange. I'm going to try and avoid my palm trees. Now I could have done this with neo colours, I could have done this with alcohol markers, but I was just sat here this evening, as I like to say, prattling about on a photocopy of it, and just playing, and the colours just seemed to work so well that I didn't want to have to go back through and what's the word? Replan all my colours again. So I thought for our first page in here we'd just do a dry medium one. But what's nice about it is that we can add sparkles and shine and glamour if we want to once we've coloured it in. And I love the fact that she does single-sided books. Can you see? Because it does mean that we can use whatever we like. And this paper would take water medium really well. So we'll have to do another one where I use some water mediums. What would you like to see? What medium would you like to see? Would you like me to do alcohol marker base? Water-based markers base? Neos? Let me know. We can perhaps do another one nearer the time that it comes out. But yeah, I couldn't wait. I know it's selfish. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold on. And as you know, if you follow my channel, let's move you down. Sorry, that colouring is a huge part of my life, and a lot of people I know that have any kind of disability that have picked up adult colouring also know that, what am I trying to say to you folks? I'm trying to concentrate and talk to you, and it's very difficult with my limited brain span. I'm trying to say that, yeah, that colouring is my world. So when these incredible books come out, and we are so lucky, we have so many talented artists who share their incredible skills with us, I can't wait. I'm like a child at Christmas. It just excites me and brings me so much joy. Okay, we're coming up here. And I just love the fact that I get to share that with you guys. Okay. I'm trying to rush now, and I shouldn't, because what I'll do is end up getting horrendous lines in it and ruining it. Which is why we're just doing one side. I'll crease my page, I hate that. So, I hope you can see everything, yeah. We're getting there now. There's one more bit. I will go back over and smooth it all out. But I'll do that off camera just so you don't have to sit and watch the painful same colour going down over and over until it's smooth. That's all it'll be. Okay, and then our last colour at the top here, which is our cadmium yellow. We'll go in and put that in. And I should turn the page round so that I can use the edge of the pencil like this to get those awkward page edges. See how bright that is? Gorgeous colours. We'll bring that out actually, I think. So we'll bring that out so it comes just past those birds. Like that. And then obviously we'll go dark chrome yellow and into the dark cadmium. So what I'm going to do, folks, guess what, is I'm going to go off camera and I am going to go back over the colours exactly as I've laid them down there, just until I've got a nice smooth blend and I don't feel I have to rush because I'm on camera. So let's come out and have a look. This is where we are. And it will look an even smoother blend than that when when I've filled in all the tooth of the paper. So when I come back, this side will be done down to here, and we'll have a lovely sunset. Alright, my lovelies, I'll see you in a second. Okay guys, so background's done. I think it turned out really pretty. It's going to be a nice, bright, vibrant page. So the next section of colouring I want to focus on is the sand. So if we come in and have a look, there's not too many colours for this, and it's going to be... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my lord, I'm so sorry. I grabbed the camera too tight and pulled it off the tripod. There we go. Emergency diverted. We have a face full of colouring book. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. So we've got Beaster, green gold, light yellow and some ivory. So I'm going to start with the ivory with my little stubby one. I think I do have a replacement. Do I? I don't know. I'll have to look. Excuse me. And what we're going to do is place the ivory where the top of these sand dunes are. So around there. That'll just stop anything getting too dark. Just give us that nice tone. It's a really pretty colour, the ivory. So yeah, so all round the tops, like this, around there, anywhere where the sand dune is at its highest, if that makes sense. Pop it in there. There we go. Okay, then if we look at this one, the start here, if we take the vista and we start in the bottom there, just lightly bring that up. We don't want to go in too dark. So this is our shadow colour. Let's check you can see everything. Yeah. We're going in there. We'll do this sand dune together. Then I'm really excited to get to the books. That's the fun part, isn't it? These piles of books. Okay, then we're going to take the green gold. Let me move the book down slightly. There we go. Take the green gold. We're going to go back over our vista. Changes the tone again. Remember, we've got that ivory around the top there, so we've got to fit these three colours in to blend them with that ivory. There we go. And then our last colour, which is a light yellow ochre. And we can blend that into that ivory. Just lift that colour and give it a little bit more of a sun-kissed sand. There we are. And then we can go back in with our ivory. There we go. Get my little stumpy pencil. You know you've done a lot of colouring when you get to little stubby pencils of the Polychromos, because they do last a while, you know. There we go. There we go. We can go back in and just deepen that up. So I suggest if you still want to cover the tooth of the paper, you use the green gold rather than the Bista again. Otherwise it might make it too dark. There we go. And then in here we're going to keep that light. So we're not going to put the Bista in there, because as you can see it's at the moment we're not going to put the Bista in because it's a lot lighter. It's on this edge. So I'm going to take the green gold, and we're going to start there. If we need to add some Bista we can, but we'll put the green gold in, leaving a space to add our light yellow ochre. Don't forget we've already got the ivory up there. And what we could do is just add a tiny bit of Bista down the bottom here, where it's going to be behind that other dune. A little bit there, and maybe just bring up a bit here, but not too much. Otherwise it'd just be a bit flat and boring. go. Green gold. Yellow ochre. And then our ivory again. There we are. So we've done each individual sand dune. That's how they're going to be done. Should we do another one just quickly together? So if we start this one, we'll start where the book cover is torn. That's what this is meant to be, and this whole desert scene has come out. So clever. So if we start where the tears are with our Bista, we can go in quite dark there. We can afford to do that. Oops, my hand had a little spasm then. Does that. And our green gold. Then our yellow ochre. Or light yellow ochre, sorry. Okay, then ivory. Knock that Bista back a little bit. There we go. Bit of ivory over there. Okay. Putting a bit of Bista at the bottom here. Bring it up from that bit there. And then yellow gold. Sticks that bit that's furthest away from us. And then our light yellow ochre. And then just lightly go over all that. There we are. Then we can take our ivory. Do some smoothing out, go over the whole thing. Because it kind of just changes that tone slightly. But I really like it. There we are. What do you think, folks? So there's our sand. It's simple, really, but I think it looks quite effective. So I'm going to go off, finish the sand, and then we'll come back and hopefully the camels should be fairly straightforward and we can get on with these gorgeous books. See you in a sec. Right, so I've completed the sand. It didn't take much time at all, actually. It was quite a quick one. So let's have a look at this camel, and we're going to do them all the same. I've got 3 simple colours. If we can come in without me smashing you in the face again, that would be helpful. Okay, so for the camel we've got walnut brown, nugget and brown ochre. So he should stand out from the colours that I've chosen for the sand. Okay, so if we take our walnut brown, which is our darkest, and I'm going to follow Melpomeni's guide here. She's given us where it should be darkest and then where it lifts. So I'm going to follow that. She's the artist. So I'm going to give him a little bit round his chin. I'm going to darken up round his leg. Around here. Can you see? Yeah. Around here is the joint in his leg, so we're going to make that a bit darker. Down here where it's laying on the sand. Going to soften that out so that we're ready to blend the next colour in. So with just light pressure, soften that out. Around here. There we go. So I've had some really precious, beautiful gifts sent to me. So when I've done this video, I will show you those in another video. So really, really excited and so grateful. People are so kind. So I'm just lightly putting some of that walnut brown in there. Let's switch to the next colour so that we know where we need the darker ones. It's easier to see if we start filling the lighter colours in. So if we take nugget now, and we start blending into that walnut brown. So we've got a line here which is darker, so I'm going to go up to that. And around here, around his neck, up his ear, some on his face, and on that little nose. Up there like that. Let's fill this in. A little bit to blend out on the top of his leg, but we need a highlight there, look. So we'll leave that. Leave that a little bit of white there. And we will do the same here. So we're going to put some nugget in there around his hump. And bring that nugget down. Leaving a space at the top for the highlight. Okay, so let's bring that walnut brown back in. So take the walnut brown again. I'm just going to come around here and I'm going to lightly put in another dark line here. Maybe a little bit on his hump. There we go, and back in with our nugget. We don't need to fill the whole thing in because we've got another colour. And if we are not happy with it, we can always go over it. So just experiment. So we've got some highlight areas there. So let's take our brown ochre now, so our final colour, and let's fill him in. And that's all just following Melpomeni's lines, where she's given us darker light. And this, then he does stand out from the sand, and he's got his own distinct colours. So and this is why I chose the Polychromos, because they just have these lovely sort of goldeny browns. The colours, like I said earlier, the colours just sort of jumped out. Okay, now we can go back in. Now we've got that base, we can go back in and deepen up where we want it. So let's deepen up those areas that we wanted nice and dark with our walnut. So we go back in and put another layer on. Like that. Particularly around here, around his, I presume his tail and his hind leg there. Okay. Then we'll go back with our nugget. This will really help to define him and bring out that brown ochre colour. We can just blend those through. There we go, and then we'll go back in with our brown ochre. There we go. One camel, and I'm going to do all the other ones exactly the same. I'm just going to follow Melpomeni's lines, and they're not like the forefront of the page. When we get this shock of colouring down here, that's what will bring it all to life. So I'm going to go off and do the other 3 camels, and then we're going to come back and we can focus on these books, which I'm really excited about. So there's the colours, just a quick shot for that. Okay guys, see you in a sec. Right, camels are done. I think it's going to look really effective, especially when we get these books done. So what I want to do is bring the sunset, sunrise into this book, but also incorporate the water. So we're going to take the sunset colours that we used to do the yeah, we can say that, the leaves of the book, or the pages of the book, and the background in the from the filigree here. So if we come in and do that bit first. So just so it makes it look unified, I'm not going to use clever words, I can't, just so it looks good. So I'm going to take the same colours that we did for the sunset sunrise, and we're going to put that in. So I'm going to start with our dark cadmium orange. We're going to put that in. So just trying to hold my pencil without getting in your way. Going to put that in at the bottom, but avoiding the cover of the book, because that's then going to be water. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our dark chrome yellow. I thought this would work well because you often get like gold coloured pages, so this will work. Okay, back to my dark chrome yellow, and I'm just going to blend until I'm happy now. Just blend. Okay, a bit more of that cadmium yellow. Let's just liven that up, why not? There we go. Just so it sort of blends in with the background. Okay, and in the filigree sections of this book, so the background on the spine, we're going to put the dark chrome cadmium orange and mix it with a little bit of the dark chrome yellow. So like in here, I'm going to take this little section and then lighten it off, and we'll just go in with a little bit of the, I'll sharpen it because these are tiny spaces. Another reason why the Polychromos are so good, because their points don't wear down so much, so quickly. There we go. So we're going to find those spaces and fill that in. So just have to be a bit patient with it. The bottom I'll probably just put this dark cadmium orange. I'm just sort of guessing. I'm just filling in where I think the background is. And leaving space for us to fill in that, what I'm calling filigree, but it probably isn't. Let's do that bit. Okay, put a little bit of that dark chrome yellow in. Bring that up to meet that there. A little bit of that in there, a little bit in there. So just anywhere we've got like would make sense to fill in, I'm just filling that in. I hope you can see properly. Do I need to come in just slightly? There we go. Is that better? And that little centrepiece there, we'll put the dark chrome yellow. A little bit in there. Yeah, so I've just filled that in nicely, I think. So, the actual blues that we're going to use, I've separated this out because I didn't want it to be too scary. Because we're going to use darker blues and then we're going to change it into the watercolour. So we've got these three colours to start with. So Prussian blue, helio turquoise and cobalt green to do the actual torn part of the book. So I want that to look like the water. So we're going to start, let's do these bits first and then we'll fill filigree in a minute. So I'm taking the Prussian blue and I'm going to make that dark at the bottom of this first piece of cover that's been torn off. Then I did that wrong, didn't I? Yeah, Prussian blue. Typical. Never mind, it's going to go over it as a Polychromos, it's fine. Prussian blue, then the Helio turquoise, and then the cobalt green. And I know it's a tiny space, but take each one at a time. So let me just make sure I've got Prussian blue this time. So Prussian blue at the base of this bit. Blend that with the Helio turquoise. And leave a little space at the top for our cobalt green. And then we'll go back in and just deepen up with that Prussian blue. Okay, it does. It looks really cool. I like it. So let's do this big one over here just to make sure that you're happy with what I'm doing. So let's do this big one. So Prussian blue, and then lessen off the pressure. Make sure that's nice and dark. Helio turquoise, lessen off the pressure, and cobalt green. There we go. I think that's going to look so cool. Well, I've practiced, so it does. And then at the bottom of these bits, I'm also going to do that blue. So again, we're going to take the Prussian blue. And I'm not going to worry about that pattern. I am just going to do a blend straight up. So we're going to have Prussian blue at the bottom, our darkest. Don't need to overcomplicate things for it to look effective, I don't think. In my opinion, folks. Okay, Helio turquoise. I'll just try and straighten you out a bit. Helio turquoise. So we backtrack and we bring it up again. Once you master the Polychromos, they kind of blend themselves. They are just sort of effortless blending. They're brilliant. Sorry about my phone going off. It is on vibrate, so but I don't know if you can still pick that up. Okay, blend into that, and then our cobalt green. Backtrack a little bit. Helps to fill in any white spaces. Helps to change the tones and blend them in. There we go. And we've got our nice blue there. There we go. Alright, we can fill that back in. Take our time, go back over it. Just so we get that lovely deep Prussian blue colour really showing through. There we go. And the Helio turquoise. Less of that, I think. And then the cobalt green, we get that beautiful blue-green colour come through. There we go. Alright, and we're going to do the filigree in that. So all I'm going to do is really simple here. It looks complicated, but it's not going to be. I'm going to take the Prussian blue at the bottom of these swirls, bring it round, then our turquoise, and then you guessed it, our cobalt green. There we go. And against that orange, it just looks gorgeous. So I'm going to make those dark. So our Prussian blue. And we'll do the bottom of this one, like I said. Bring that round. Make that dark. Then the Helio turquoise. See, simple. Bring that round a little bit. And then the green. And then obviously can go back in and darken some spaces up with that beautiful blue, Prussian blue colour. And I think that's going to really stand out and look really cool against this orange background that we've got. Then we're going to start to get the blues for the water. Then we're going to add some green. Yeah, it's just cool. Just going to look lovely. Lovely colours. So let's bring that down. In there. In there. I think you get the drift. But I'll finish this bit with you. Make that dark. Right, so I'm going to put less of the Helio turquoise in. I'm just going to literally sort of soften that Prussian blue out with it. Just so that lovely green really pops. Okay, let's do that. There we go. So we get that really vibrant cobalt green coming through. There. I love that. In my opinion, I love it. Oops. Okay, let's brush that off. What do you think, folks? I think it's going to be gorgeous. So we're going to do the edge, all those, what am I thinking? All those tears, the torn bits of paper, we're going to do the top edge of this book. So if we take the Prussian blue, just make sure you're all in shot. We take the Prussian blue and we do the top edge of the cover of the book in Prussian blue and bring that out a little bit. Those tears will be dark anyway because I've shown you how we're going to colour them. This edge over here, I want this to be the start of our water. Then our Helio turquoise, and that side. And let it soften out. And then in the centre we'll put our cobalt green. Okay. So that's the spine of our book. We'll do that little bit. We'll do this little bit over here. Ooh. So, Helio turquoise. And a little bit of it there. Nope, sorry, Prussian blue. Then a little bit of the turquoise, just as our blend colour. And then our cobalt green. There we go. Alright, now, if I come out a minute, just to show you, that's a bit better. We are going to do the water. We're going to do that coming out in a different colour. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do the base of the book in a different colour. So we'll just leave that for a second. These are the watercolours that we're going to do. Let's come in and... oh, I don't want to come in too far because I want to show you this whole water thing. Ooh, wrong way. I think I'd have learnt by now. Okay, so these are the colours that I've got for the water. So I've got phthalo blue, light phthalo blue and light cobalt turquoise. So... if we go in, and obviously I'm going to do it darkest at the top, coming off the top of that book. Okay, I'm going to want a little bit darker in the bottom there. So this is our phthalo blue. Let that fade off. Then we're going to put light phthalo blue, and they just blend effortlessly. Even if it's easier to colour than it is to say. And then our light cobalt turquoise. Now any detailing we'll do with some white pen afterwards when we've finished. I just wanted that slightly different to our actual book, so the water stands out a bit more. So there's going to be a lot of white there, but we'll start with the light cobalt turquoise there, because that's going to be like where the water's hit, so it's going to be like white bubbly substances. Okay, and then we can start again. So we've got that light cobalt turquoise in, and then we are going to just put a little bit of the light phthalo blue there, and then we can go back to our phthalo blue for the edges where it's deep. I'm just going over those little bubbles or planets, whatever they are. I'll concentrate on them later with pen or something. Light phthalo blue. And then our gorgeous light cobalt turquoise. There we go. So we get a definite, not obvious, you know, not sort of massive contrast, but just a different, subtle difference between the book itself and the water that's coming out of it. So what I'm thinking here for this, the base here, is that this is going to be like land, so I'm going to start to introduce sort of the cactus colours that we're going to use, with a little bit of leakage of water along here, and then mix that into the green is what I'm thinking. And then this bottom book will be the greens. That's what I'm thinking. So what I'm going to do before I go any further is I'm going to go off and finish the tears on the book and the filigree along the side and all the water. And then I'll come back. I won't do any detailing or anything like that without you. I'll come back when I've done that. Alright folks, see you in a second. Okay folks, so this is what the page looks like. Obviously we've got no white on there yet. We haven't, so because we haven't finished, we'll do that last. So before we can move on, I want to show you the colours that we're going to use for the cactus, and we're going to do the trees. So actually, should we just do the trees first, because they are the easiest thing in the whole wide world to do. So we're going to take, if I bring you in, I just love this page, I love how it's coming out, the richness of it. Okay, so we're going to take just two colours, two simple colours, chromium green opaque and brown ochre. And just checking I've got the right colour. I'm going to go up the edge just lightly with our chromium green opaque, if I can get the colour right for you. A little bit around the base. Lightly bring that out, and we're going to go over with that brown ochre. I want a little bit of green in there, so I'm going to pick the side that I think would be the darkest, and then on the side that I think might have the more light, I don't know, I've just picked it, I'm rubbish at shadows, I'm going in with my brown ochre. And I'm going to leave that edge on that side, just go over the green opaque and come out so we can see that brown, and then just really lightly towards that edge, just so we get a lighter colour there. So I'm not putting green on the leaves, I'm going to leave those black, because I really like the way that looks at the moment anyway. I won't change my mind. And I'm just going to keep going with this brown ochre, and we'll get a really nice mix of that gorgeous earthy green and this lovely earthy brown, this sort of reddy brown. It's really cool, and I think that'll look really effective because I really want this focus to be on the books and the water, and I think we're going to create that. So let's do another one just quickly. I'm going to do this side darkest this time, just because, I don't know, feels right. I don't know folks, don't ask me, my brain doesn't work. It's been a long day at work. Okay, so I'm going in that side. You of course could do it differently if you wanted to. And then brown ochre, going over that green, Not entirely, I'm going to leave some patches untouched so that green does show through. And then bring that ochre out this side. And then just lightly fill in that side. There we go. So we get that, it sort of meets that orange and glow from the sky. There we go. And you can go back in with green if you want to deepen up. A little bit more in some patches. There. Simple, but I think it's going to look really effective on the page. So, put that to one side. And if we now get our cactus colours, we'll have a look at this guy here. Shall we? This big one. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so these are our colours. We have pine green, earth green yellowish, May green and light green. So obviously our pine green I'm going to put in where I want the dark spots. So I'm going to start with that first. And I'm going to fill in here because this is behind this branch, if you like, whatever you want to call that. And down here. That's our pine green. A little bit from the base upwards maybe. Don't forget, we'll just do it lightly and then we'll go in and refill later. So I'm going to do it coming from here and I'm going to try and keep the shape of that. So I'm going round the curves rather than colouring away from it. Will help to keep that shape a little bit up here where that's behind there. Bring that down a bit more. Want a little bit up here, and that's, then we'll put that in there just because. Then we're going to switch to our earth green yellowish. We're going to blend in there. So I'm just following where we've put in that pine green. Did I call it pine green or did I call it something else? Oh, I don't know, my brain. Oh my gosh, I don't know what is wrong with me these days. Can you see everything? Yeah. Oh, panicked. I need to chill out a bit. I've come straight home from work and I want to get this up to you. Right, May green. Let's fill a bit more of this in. Leave a gap because I want that really nice light green at the top. So we're really picking up the light. So that's just the sort of transition, our May green. Okay, and then we're going to go in with our light green. Gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Can you see that lifts and changes that whole look of that cactus then with that little bit of light green in there. And we can use that light green to blend the whole thing. I really like how that looks. Nice and bright, cheery, to match the rest of the page. So I've kind of left the earthy bit, the camel bit and the sand bit to be more subdued colours because I think that makes sense. And then we've got this shock here. And then as we come down to the bottom around the water, we're going to have more of a normal grassy tone and then the deep black and red for our scorpions. It's going to be awesome. Should we do another cactus together? Okay, so pine green. We're going in behind there. We're going to bring that up here. Again, I'm trying to keep the shape of that cactus. The way it's drawn. We'll go up from the base, make it dark here. Around our book. A little bit darker at that edge. And at the base, we'll bring that up a bit. We can blend other colours in there. Definitely round under here. A little bit up here, around this side. Because it's sticking out behind that book. Then we get the earth green yellowish. And we'll blend that in. We'll put that in there, around that base. Come up, blend that in there. And here. And then we'll go in with our May green, so our transition colour. So we get a nice transition between that, these darker greens and our light green. So make sure I filled in the tooth of the paper. And then we get our light green and we'll fill that in. And then just use that to blend through, make sure we've filled in all the white spots on the paper. We have no pencil lines showing. I really like that. I really like that combo. I'm going to put a little bit of darker in here, so I'm going to go back in with my earth green yellowish. I don't think I put enough in there. Just deepen that, maybe a little bit of the pine green actually. Just deepen that up a little bit. Under there. And that's the beauty of going light, because you can then go back in and chuck more colour on it. Go back in with our bright green or our light green. Just make sure that's all blended. Cactuses done. Aren't they cool? I really like them. Oh, I'm so excited about this page. Okay, right, what's next? So, we need to look at the top of this book. Now, what I'm thinking here is that we're going to start with a little bit of green and we're going to bring that into blue. Let me just show you, it'd be easier. So if we use our cactus colours again for this, excuse my computer, if I move you over, we use our cactus greens for this. Can you see them all? Yeah, if I don't have my finger in the way. Okay, so we're going to go in with pine green here, not too much. Pine green here. And let's just ad lib for a minute, hang on. A bit of pine green, a bit of earth green yellowish, if I can find it. Earth green yellowish. Don't come out too far because I want to bring that water in. May green. Bit of may green. Okay. And then our light green. Get that in that light area there. Blend over the whole thing. Okay, so that brings the cactus colours in. Then we're going to switch to our watercolours. If I can get, there we are. We can get our card back in. Do you remember we used, was that it? No. Water, 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 this one. Remember we used these for this flow? So I'm going to take the phthalo blue and I'm going to come round this water and just bring that out into that green. So it looks like they're meeting. And then we can go back in with our light green and just help that blend. There we go. I just want it to look like it's the water's spilled over into the grass. So if we take the phthalo blue again for this dark little bit here. There, okay. And then across here we'll go phthalo blue, so it looks like the water's pooling from our book and from this waterfall. Don't come out too far, because then we're going to come back in with our greens. Light phthalo blue, and bring that out. Okay, then we're going to take our light cobalt turquoise and bring that out. I'm going to do it uneven so it looks like water. And then, when I've blended that properly, I'm getting too excited folks, when I've blended that properly, we'll go into our greens for the edge of the book. Let me put that to one side. We'll go back to our cactus colours. And what we're going to do, oh I'm so sorry you couldn't see that. Let me move out a little bit because I'm going to keep losing you otherwise. Let's just do it there, that'll do. Okay. Go in with our pine green for this edge and the edge of the book too. Okay, bring that out. Then I'm going to go in with earth green yellowish. And these colours are then going to meet. Just concentrating on this little bit for a minute. Then May green. Let that blend through. Leave a gap there so that we can blend that come along here and we can blend that light green into that light cobalt turquoise. Then take our light green and let's bring those two together. Just so water meets earth. Which is why I hope you could see it, but why I said don't leave it like a straight edge. We want a, like water, like I say, water. Okay, now we can go back in with our light cobalt turquoise, blend that through, bring that in to meet that light green, and we get a really nice sort of transition between the greens and the blues. And I think that works really well. So we're going to bring these green colours along this book. So we're going to make it dark here. So our pine green, using our dark colour, pine green in there, and we'll just bring that out a little bit there. Then our earth green yellowish, blend those through. And then May green, a little bit of May green, just as our transition between the lighter greens, and then our light green. So what I'm trying to do is, like I say, bring the cactus colours in, make it look like earth meets water. So that bottom bit of the book we can go back and do the blue now. I've made this decision. So we'll keep that quite dark there. So that was May green. Pine green, we'll bring pine green out there. Earth green yellowish. And May green there. So we keep that edge of that book quite dark. So it's like it's got a rim and it's containing the water. If that makes... I'm just making this up. I'm just ad-libbing. Okay, now for the leaves on this book, or the pages on the book, I want to keep it really nice and light because we're going to go into a darker green as we get towards the bottom. So I am going to cut out the pine green at the minute. I might bring it back, and we're going to use earth green yellowish to go under here. I want this nice and bright and fresh. The pages, I don't know why I keep calling them leaves. I know that you can, but I don't know why I am. Okay. And we'll do that edge there. That will be our darkest colour. Bring that out enough. Okay. Are you proud of me, folks? I'm ad-libbing. What is going on? Okay. May green. We'll deepen this up. Okay, and then I want a light green. So what I might do is actually darken up the edge of the book because this bit's quite bright. Just so we can see a difference. Fill that in with our light green. Okay, so let's darken that up, that edge of this book. So we'll go back to our pine green and bring that out. We need to be able to see a difference. So we've brought that pine green out, back into earth green yellowish. And then let's go over that light green with May green so we get the darker. I want the edge of that book to show up more. And this is why we don't press hard to start with until we've decided what we're doing. And it gives us that ability to change our minds. Okay, so let's go back in with earth green yellowish now. And we'll deepen up this part of the book. And it will show out more when we've done the bottom cover of the book. Okay, then we want, yeah, May green and light green. Let's get that in there now. There we go. Really brighten that up. Okay, so we're going to do the front cover of the book. Oh, stupid card. In the same colours. Sorry. So we're going to take our pine green and go in there. We're going to make it dark, just so it stands out. It's going to go behind that waterfall. Pine green, and we're going to bring that out. Going to do the same here. Just really want the cover to show up. I might even bring that out darker at the top there as well. There we go. So let's just lightly bring that pine green in. Okay. Then our earth green yellowish. Yeah, let's stick to those. And then we'll go back in with our pine green. The earth green yellowish will stop it being too dark, but I like that. So we've got a real contrast between the pages and the book. We will put a little bit of earth green yellowish up here. Like that. I'll just fill that bit in there. Okay. Right, let's have a look at down the side here. Pine green, nice and dark. Let's bring that down. Earth green yellowish. Filling that gap. That will stop the pine green being too dark, and then we'll go back over it. So we get a nice depth of colour for the edge of the book. Here too, pine green. Pine green. Earth green yellowish. And then back in with our pine green. And you'll see why in a minute, because we're going to use some darker tones for the bottom book and into the ground. So, these leaves, let's do pages, Lucy pages. Earth green yellowish. May green. I just want it to sort of look lush where the water's meeting the desert. Because that's desert, this is not. These are just, I don't know, this is how my brain's worked on this page. This is what I wanted. So, brighten this bit up. Sort of lush oasis. Here we go. Okay, I really like that. Really think that's cool. So, what we need to do is go back and fill that edge of that book in with our dark blues, which is this one, if you can remember. Prussian blue, Halio turquoise and cobalt green. Let's go in with that. So we're going to take our Halio turquoise and bring that in. Come out from behind that waterfall and behind this one. And here. Let's just fill that up there, that edge. Then we'll go in with Halio turquoise. Bring that out just a little bit. If you remember, we don't need much of that, it's just our transitional colour. And then cobalt green. We can go over that, lift that. Oh God, I love it so much. Love this page. Okay, let's have a look then at this bottom book. We're going to do the same, but we've got different colours because I want this one to meet the grass at the bottom. So we are going to use these colours. I've got chrome oxide green, yeah, chromium green opaque, which we've already used, and earth green. Very, very different in colours. So if we look at this back bit here, we're going to do some water to meet that again, just so it breaks it up. So I want the chrome oxide green, then our chromium green opaque, and we're going to bring that up that side. Then we're going to go in with our earth green. Very different green tones. Book cover here is dark green, so our chrome oxide green, and we're going to do the same here. Bring that round down the back like that. We're going to leave it there. I'm not going to come out here for a minute because we just want to see first. Chromium green opaque. Make sure we get enough of that in to see the difference. And then we'll go over it with our earth green. Alright, now what I might do is make this one have more blue in it. So we're going to go back to our watercolours. I hope I'm making sense, folks. I don't normally ad-lib like this, do I? But quite enjoying it. Okay, phthalo blue around our water. That's our darkest. We're going to pull that out round there and round here. And then we'll put a little bit of light phthalo blue in. So it looks like the water's pooled there. This edge of this book we are going to do in our greens. So back to these colours, sorry. I don't know why I'm apologising. Why do I always apologise? Okay, we'll bring this one out. So chrome oxide green, chromium green opaque. My favourite combo this is of the Polychromos greens. I absolutely adore it. And then that gives us our edge of the book, and almost like the water's sat in there, I'm just going to take the light cobalt turquoise and blend in there. So it looks like the water's filled that section up. And then we might just mix this up. So we've got water coming out of here, water coming out of here. So what I might do is just sort of bring that, we'll see, bring that blue out. Almost as if it's seeped down from there, maybe. I don't know. Hope this works. I haven't practiced it. Phthalo blue up here. Let's bring that out. Down there. Underneath it, definitely. So down there and there. So just bringing it out from these little waterfalls where it might make sense. I'm just making it up. It's a page you can do that with and really enjoy doing that without worrying about being wrong. It's not as if we're going to see water coming out of books like this, is it? So we can have it however we would like. So I'm going in with light phthalo blue. Blend that in together. And light phthalo blue there, and there, and of course over here. Oops. Then we're going to go in obviously with our light cobalt turquoise. Go over all that blue, bring that out. Now I've done that, I'm not sure whether I want to do the whole thing blue, but I think it'd be too much. We'll see. Okay, we'll have some blue coming out of this one, from behind here. Just a little bit, fade that up. And, God, I hope this works, because I so love this page. A bit up there. Take our light cobalt turquoise and blend. I'm just blending wherever I feel it needs it. Okay. Right, let's go back to our greens and see what happens. So from the edge of these we need the earth green, so our lightest colour in that combo, and we're going to blend those two together. So I'm just going in really lightly, and I'm meeting that light cobalt turquoise, light cobalt turquoise. I'm going to do the same here. And like I said, my plan was earth meets water here, so we'll see if I've managed to do it. So this is just blending those blues and greens in together. Do the same over here. I hope you don't mind another long video, folks. And then we're going to go to our middle colour, which is Chrome Green Opaque. And we're going to come out with that. So the two meet. I don't normally do this, do I? Light to dark, but sometimes needs must, folks. That's book there, isn't it, too, that I've missed out. So that'll be Pine Green. No, Chrome Oxide Green. God. And then Chromium Green Opaque there. And then we've just added our Chromium Green Opaque in here. Let's just fill that up. Then we'll go back in with our Chrome Oxide Green where we need it. Chrome Oxide Green. And then we'll blend again. Okay, let's go back in with our Chrome Green Opaque, smooth that out. There we go. And then deepen up our earth green. Let's just deepen that up to meet that water. And we'll just do it dark up this side. So our dark first, then our medium, and then our earth green in there. So we've met the cactus, but we've used the different colours. Okay, same again. So we're going to do dark here by the waterfall. So our Chromium Green Oxide, bring that out softly. Then our Chromium Green Opaque. Oh my goodness, so many chromiums. And then our Earth Green. There we go. What do you think? Oh, I really like that, actually. It's not, I thought I'd messed it up, but I actually quite like that. It's a brave move by Lucy. Lucy doesn't usually do brave moves or experimentation. She just does safe. So, this is really good for me. Okay. Same set of colours. Dark to light. And go over that blue so they really mix in together and we get different tones of green, which will be great. And then our earth green. I like that. It looks like it's spilling out of the spilling out from underneath. It's lovely. Yeah, right, okay. So the edge of the page here we're going to do dark. So I want a little bit of the darkest green down the edge here. Like that, and coming out this way too, so we get that nice corner. Oh, you can't see, I do apologise, getting carried away. Nice corner on that, on those pages. Then a little bit down this side. Just put some dark behind that waterfall. Let's deepen up there as well. Okay, then our middle colour, which chromium green opaque. I might keep this dark here. This side, let's see. Chromium green opaque that side. Gonna have to darken that up because my corner's crooked, folks. My pages are crooked. Can't have crooked pages. I need to darken that up just there. Okay, there we go. And then into earth green. Bring that into that blue. Alright. Now I'm going to deepen this side up because it doesn't make much sense. So back in with my middle colour and fill that in. Woo! And breathe. What do you think, folks? Have I been brave or stupid? I'm going to go back in with my light cobalt turquoise and just... Gosh, it looks really bright on camera. I'm just going to pull that earth green and that blue in together. Wow. That's that was a feat for Lucy. Anyway, I'm pleased. I'm going to just going to cut a little bit of that blue off at the top there, tone that down. Bring that dark green across there. Let's just deepen some areas up where it would be darker. So, it's going back in the corner. Oh, chucked it across the room. All right. One last little bit down here is for the edge of the book. Do it there. Let's keep that quite dark. So just the two colours, and then I'm just going to blend with the earth green. All right, let's come out and have a look. Woo! Yes, keep going, thank you. Right, so there we are so far. I love this page, I just love it. I'm so excited about how it's coming out. I really am. I'm going to take a break, folks, because I've just got home from work. I'm going to finish that cactus off camera. And then literally all we've got left, oh, and the trees. Then we've got our two scorpions and the grass. And then finishing touches. All right, my lovely friends, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, finish the cactus and the trees. Let's look to finishing this page. So we need to do our little scorpion fellas. So if we focus on this one, nice and simple, and the grass, nice and simple. So let's have a look at the scorpion. Now, I did experiment obviously with this, and I'm going to do in black and red. So these are the colours. We've got black, burnt carmine and scarlet red. Beautiful colours. So I'm going to take my Polychromos black, and I'm going around the base of each of these little sections here, and then I'm going to fade it out. Okay, just so that black becomes grey. And we're going to do that here. And then we're going to fade it out. We'll deepen that up there. Now I'm going to go in, I think, not now, but I'm going to go in with a bit of black, a little bit of black jelly roll pen just at the base of each of these segments of his body, just to really deepen up that black. when I'm done. So we're just going to keep going. This whole body is going to be this dark black into fade it out so we get that sort of grey colour. Really simple. Okay, deep there. Bear with me, folks. Nearly there. Okay. Excuse me, coughing in your ear roll. Let's see, we're going to do that here. So where we've got the lines, where Melpomeni has given us the lines, we're going to do the same. Like this. And like this. I think I'm going to gloss him up so he's shiny. I think. We'll see. Because it's single-sided, so we can do what we like. We're going to have stickles and maybe a bit of glossy accents for our scorpion fella. We're going to leave the tips of his feet, I think. There we go. Yeah, I think we'll do these bits black. Then we'll introduce those reds. He's a dangerous guy, folks. Dangerous little fella. Okay. Burnt carmine. So we're going to do the top of here. Behind that and bring that down with our burnt carmine. This is just to darken that red up. And then we're going to go in with our scarlet red. Ooh, shock of red. That'll go nicely with our orange background. Okay, we are going to give him... Let's do the burnt carmine for his legs. For the bottom of his legs. Just fit a little bit of that in there. I haven't finished this leg. Always handy. Okay, burnt carmine. There we go. And now we're going to do the claws at the front. So I'm taking lead, Melpomeni's lead, and I'm doing where she's put the dark lines. So I'm going to go like this with my burnt carmine. And let's get that scarlet red in. Gorgeous. Put a little bit of that red in up there onto that claw. So around this one, and the inside of this claw will go there. Makes sense to me. And then scarlet, bring that up into that claw. Now, because we've done that on his claws and brought it up, I am going to do very light coat of the black on his face, just very lightly, not on his little front things, pincers, whatever they are. I'm hopeless. And then I'm going to go in with our scarlet red, just so we get a bit of red there. And then scarlet red on his pincers. There we go. Now, I did think about taking a little bit of jelly roll. So this is just a black fine jelly roll, and get out of the way, and just going in here with a little bit of that. Let's see, I don't want to mess him up. That just really will deepen up that divide on his body. Okay. Oh my goodness, stop rolling on me. Something to be said for those pencils that are different shapes that don't roll. Okay, a little bit, a little bit. Just brings out that divide on his body and really gives him that black colour. So we'll just put a little bit around here. A little bit here. Alright, I'm going to step away and leave him alone. So one little scorpion done. We will do exactly the same with that fella over there. So let's now look at the grass. That's all we've got left, and then we've got, oh no we haven't. Yeah, then we've got finishing details. So I just wanted to show you these little planets up here because I'm going to stick all these. So I've done the other two, I've done this one and this one. While we wait for that black gel pen to dry, I do not want to smudge that. So I'm just going to take India Red, and just where we've got the dark lines again, I'm going to put India Red in. And then let it blend into that background. Just so they pop out a little bit more. That's it. That's all I'm doing with those. Easy. Easy, easy. Just, oh my goodness, get out of my way. I don't know why I've got so many pencils out. You've probably seen at the beginning of this clip. There we go, India Red. Now for the grass, we're going to go back to our all our chrome colours that I keep getting wrong. So we'll do it over this side because like I say, I want that gel pen to dry completely before I touch that side. Otherwise, I'll smudge it everywhere. So we're going to do our chrome green. So let's see, what did I do? We'll pick out some of these dark bits for our chrome green, oxide green even, and we'll follow those shade lines. Let's do that. That will make life extraordinarily easy. Okay, and if we stick to that, we should get the texture of that grass. Okay, a bit down here. And then we'll blend in our chrome green opaque. Oh, if we're going to stick to that, let's do it properly. So back to my dark colour. Again, I'll go over and deepen it up. I'm just showing you chrome green opaque. Let's get that in. So round him, because he's going to be dark anyway, let's get that colour in. Avoiding that side of the page, but it's quite a way away. I don't need to be that far away. Okay. So we can go back in and deepen that section up now with our chrome oxide green. Chrome green opaque, fill this gap in. We need to leave some sections for our earth green as well. Bring that down. Let's go in with our dark again, deepen that up. It's quite difficult on the edge of the page, isn't it? To hold it down. Let's deepen that up. Okay, back to our chrome green opaque. Let's bring that up there a little bit. And let's darken that bit up. So back to our first colour. We'll fill that in around there. Then we'll put our middle colour. I'm fed up we keep saying the chrome colours, folks. It's driving me mad. Okay, let's do that. We'll bring that down there. That way we avoid the clash of the two dark colours from the same colours from the book, where they'll just sort of blend into each other otherwise. Bring that round a little bit. Then we'll go in with our earth green. and blend that through. Alright. Use that to blend those colours. A little bit of that up there. And in that gap. So I think you get the gist. So I'm going to follow any dark lines that we've been given with our chrome oxide green, then blend that through with green opaque, and then leave a gap for our earth green. Yeah. So let's come out and have a look quick. Here we are, folks. You can see my messy desk. Here we go. So I'm going to go and finish our scorpion and our grass, and then we're going to come back and do our finishing touches. I'm not sure about, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, we'll come back in a second and we'll do our finishing touches together. I'll see you then. Okay, here we are. Now, I just want to point a couple of things out. There was a few little piles under the cactus, so what I did was brought out the sand colours again, which I'll remind you quickly were Beaster, green gold, light yellow. I didn't use the ivory. And I just put those underneath the cactus, and then I used, whoops, oh no, nearly knocked my drink flying. And then I used the light yellow ochre just to add some colour around the water areas. I don't know if you can pick up on that. And then I took a tiny bit of our cobalt green. No, I didn't. No. I took light cobalt green and just put it a little bit round the water on this book, just to break that up a little bit. And we've got some bubbles there, so that will make good sense to have that in there. Right, let's do the exciting bit. I'm going to work from the top down because I am a messy colourist, and we're going to bling this up. Now, I was going to take out these lines, but actually I'm just going to take diamond stickles, my favourite, and I am going to draw them in with diamond stickles. So this does have some gold in it, so it should pick up that beautiful yellows and oranges that we've put in. If not, do we really care? It's glittery. Okay, so I'm just following those lines. And like I said, I was going to go over them with a pen, but I am very shaky, and I really love how this page has come out. I'm really proud of it. I don't know what it is about this page, but I am really proud of how it's come out. I hope you like it too. When I picked it, I was like, oh, it's probably the most boring page in the book, but I absolutely adore it now I've done it. So we'll stickle up this. Then I am going to put a little bit of glossy accents on our scorpions. We're going to stickle up the planets. Can you see everything I'm doing? Yeah, I think you can. Now, stickles always show up better once they're dry, I think. So the little planets, they can be stickly. We'll sticklise everything within an inch of its life as usual, and I love it when it's a single page because we can do that. And I'm, yeah, just really pleased with how it's come out. I love it. And all pencil work, so that's a big thing for me. So it just tells you something that this paper is gorgeous, because you know I struggle with pain in my hands. So to be able to do the whole thing in pencil is a real achievement. I love doing pencil work. Okay, down here we've got another ray of sunshine. And in our planet, let's stickle him up. Right, now before we go any further, let me put my stickles to one side, stand them upside down. Oh, I can't stand them upside down, they're not going to behave. I'm going to take my white Posca and we're going to do these bubbles. So for the little ones, I'm doing them white, like this, And I'm going to try and keep that black outline because I really like it. And it will match then the rest of the page. So we'll dot those up like that. Bubble in there. Maybe just outline this one. Just so they stand out. I don't want to be too clever with it because, like I say, I'm so pleased with it, and you can easily mess it up by going overboard. So I'm just checking. I should have done this bit first. Let's do these bubbles. And down here. These ones. This one. We're nearly there. Oh, excuse me, one sec. Sorry, it's my husband's just come home from work, bless him. Okay, so we're just going to keep going. And where the water falls down, I think I'm just going to put some little emphasis dots on the fact that that's a waterfall there. So it's not going to be calm, it's going to be all sort of there, like that. A bit more. It's going to be all sorts of bubbly. And I'm doing this all wrong because I should do because I'm right-handed, I should do from left to right. So I'm just going to outline that water. There we go. That'll lift the colour and make it stand out even more. Okay. And so where we get the water meeting, oh, I'm sorry, let's come in a bit. Where we get the water meeting, I'm just going to put drops of, just dabs of white in, just so it looks like that explosion where the water hits the bottom. Like that. And then we'll carry on outlining. Like this. Gotta love a white Posca, folks. There we go. I'll do that off camera, just so that you don't have to carry on watching. Let's get the glossy accents over this side. So this is Ranger Glossy Accents, and it's like a clear plastic when it dries. So what I'm going to do is put it over his body. Okay. Right, here we go. So I'm just going to do each strip with this glossy accent, and what it will do, it will look cloudy when I put it on, but when you see my finished pages at the end of the month, this will be completely clear and look absolutely awesome. Okay, yeah, let's do his claws at the front, so they're shiny too, and it will be uber glossy. There we go. Now I want to get this up to you, so I don't want you to have to wait, and do his tail too. I don't want you to have to wait while that dries, it takes a while. So, see, he looks gone like it's gone opaque, but it will dry completely clear and really shiny. Okay? So, I'm going to go off. What I'm going to do is go off and leave you. I don't even know if you can pick those stickles up yet. Let me pick it up. I don't know if they show at all at the moment. But I am going to glossy accents him, outline all the water, and I might put some stickles on the waterfalls too, just because I can. So what I'm going to do is go off and finish it off, and then I'll come back and show you the page as it is when it's finished. Alright, my lovely friends, see you in a sec. Okay folks, it's finished. The stickles and the glossy accents aren't quite dry, but I'll bring it up in the hope that Let me put this lamp on just for 1 second. It will look awful for a minute, but see if you can pick up those stickles. Can you pick up the glossy accents on our little scorpion dude? There you go. It'll be much better when it's fully dry, but let me turn that lamp off for a sec. There we go. So I really hope you've enjoyed the colour along as much as I have. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this page, and I've really enjoyed it. So until we meet again, I'm going to do a video of some beautiful gifts that I've been brought. And yeah, it should be really good fun. So until we meet again, my lovely friends, take really good care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Night night.